I know I'm so late in doing this video. I know I said that I was gonna get this video out to y'all by 2 o'clock, but life be life and life be kicking my okay. Now I'm gonna try to make this video short, sweet, to the point. I had really wanted to start going live right after the Love Marriage in Huntsville show. I think I'm gonna start at this upcoming weekend, just start going live. We'll see how that works out for me, but as you guys can see, go to the website denverworldhaircare.com for your amazing 100% natural hair care and skincare line. Baby, it's worth it. It is all of that and then some. You can get 20% off all products, 20% off all products using promo code WINNING. We love to win, and most importantly, we like to have good, strong, healthy hair and glowing skin while we're winning, period. Make sure you go to the website. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Love Marriage in Huntsville, and y'all know me, I like to call it Love Marriage in Hunts Point. The girls that know. Okay, so let's really talk about Mel and Kiki. Number one, I love their sit down. I love how genuine Mel is. I'm not a melothometer, but I still genuinely love Mel. I still love how she was able to pick her and her kids up in the midst of going through a divorce, in the midst of dealing with a narcissist. And I love how genuine she is. You could tell when Mel is your friend, she's your friend to the end, unless you cross her. That's just probably just a Scorpio in her, because baby, I'm the same way. But I love how much grace she was extending to Kiki. I love even how much grace she was extending to Tisha. Now I'm finna get y'all buckle up and hold on tight, because I'm really fitting to get in wide hip childbearing Marsau ass. I'm really fitting to get in his behind. I hate to cuss, but it's giving bitch made. That's what it's giving. It's giving that. It's really giving that. Just and I'm gonna put my foot way deep up off in the thing. Just let y'all know, everything said here is a legend and for entertainment purposes only, in my opinion. Okay, but I really enjoyed Mel and Kiki's sit down. Do I think she did it? I don't know. I heard that she was never arrested behind the things that was aired on Crime Stoppers, and allegedly I heard that Tiffany was the one to expose that and put that out. I don't know how true that is. If it is indeed true, I'm not surprised, and I'm gonna get up off in Tiffany's behind too. Okay, so let's now go to Tisha and Marsau. They're sitting in this abandoned home. This is, child, I don't know what's going on with their apartment, house, Airbnb, and then it's a rental property. Then it's a house off the water. Y'all are making me dizzy. And for people that love to mention on more than one occasion how successful their business is, multi-million-dollar business, why y'all really don't have a stable home? Why y'all, to us viewers, it appears that y'all don't have a stable home. It appears even to us viewers that y'all might even be separated. Because why is he allowed to live in the rundown, abandoned, open lot y'all call a home that you're renovating, while you and the kids get to stay in the apartment? This interaction was very weird for me. It was very weird for me. Y'all brag once again going back to the multi-million-dollar business, but you're talking about a furniture budget. But you're talking about rent-a-center. You love shading the girls about their successful business. You love shading the girls about their businesses that you deem to not be so successful, but we ain't seen the Scott Manor yet. And you talking about rent-a-center. I'm just trying to figure out, feel it's just that the interaction really gave me scammy vibes, and then they were going back and forth about budgeting and spending and all of this stuff just for her to say she needed a new car. You had to go around about and do all of that just to ask your husband for a new car, and then you're talking allowance. I have never heard an allowance since I was a little kid doing chores around the house. You mean to tell I don't know. Their relationship just really seemed janky as hell to me. It seems unstable. It seems inauthentic. It seems janky as hell. And I just feel like Tisha emotionally and mentally be fighting for her life when it comes to communicating with Marsau. He is a wide, hippie ass narcissist, misogynistic narcissist. And he loves being very combative with other women, especially black women. And I'm going to go into how Mel ate his ass up. I'm going to get to that. But I just feel like he goes through these mental gymnastics. And I feel like he's always practicing these mental gymnastics and these gaslighting tactics with Tisha. He always uses her as like an emotional test dummy. A mental and emotional test dummy, so that he can really get outside of their relationship and think he can really go full out and treat other women and men like that. As I said on Twitter, I don't understand how none of these men on the show have mollywopped him yet. I don't understand, and it's really confusion to me and my homegirls. I just really don't understand. I don't understand. I really don't understand how this man has gone this long disrespecting women, this long playing in these men's faces, and nobody has seriously called him out. Now, all the black women have to call him out when we got a bunch of black men on that show that have yet to call him out. And I'm starting to think outside of the Fletchers and Courtney and Lou, it's just like everybody else is playing for the same team Marsau is. Let's just keep it real. They all writing from the same, copying from the same playbook here. I just felt like that interaction was nice. Sidebar, Tisha's BBL is really nice. It's really nice. And I'm not going to shade the girls because a lot of people was calling her out. I think her body is amazing. Speaking on a lot of pointers that I have seen people make about her body. But I just feel like, get the Scotts off the show, the misogyny, just the negative, and y'all pushing love. It's nothing loving about Love Marriage in Huntsville. Y'all just in Huntsville. It's nothing loving about it, because if this is the type of time y'all on when it comes to these marriages, I can see why single people just don't want to get married. Like, it's really not making sense to me. And I just feel like Marsau does these weird tactics to mentally play on Tisha, and I just feel like he knows what to say to really stick it to her good and really play on her insecurities. Child, their relationship is a mess, and as far as I'm concerned, I could do without them on the show. I could really do without them on the show, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. I can ultimately do without them on the show. The gaslighting and the narcissistic tactics, baby, is triggering for us all, and we're just tired of seeing wide hippie ass Marsau that always wants to act like a female. Marsau, so my question to you is, do you wear the pads with the wings or not? You going wingless or not? Okay? It's giving it's giving waist trainer vibes and botched BBLs for Marsau for me. Like just that energy is really giving feminine energy. It's really giving feminine energy, and he always professes like he's the smartest person in the room. When we all know we can see you. We can see through the fabricated lies that this couple has presented to us viewers. We can see through it. And I think in the first couple of seasons, baby, y'all had us. Y'all had us. But this time, it's like when are you guys going to start being real? When are you guys going to start telling the truth? When are you guys going to touch on stuff we see that's going on behind the scenes in the streets? Touch on that. Until you don't, if you ain't going to touch on that, please remove yourself. Please remove yourself. But that was that. I think that part was just raggedy. Okay, so we're gonna get to Stormy and Tiffany sit down. Now she wants to plan a sip and see. Now this is my thing with Tiffany. She loves to throw rocks and hide her hands. She loves to throw rocks, and then when somebody come at her and they check her and they get up in her face and get real activated, she wants to play the victim. I just feel like, I know Tiffany is biracial, but it's this whole thing on, especially online, where they go like, with biracial people, you can tell the ones that have black mothers and then you could tell the ones that don't. Y'all can use your head and think about Tiffany's mom, whether she was Caucasian or not. But Tiffany really taps into this Karen mentality. So this whole thing of wanting to invite Kiki to the sip and see is really confusion to me and my homegirls, because it's like, you don't even like the girl. You constantly throwing jabs at her. In just the last episode, you was saying she's a poor reflection of your brand. What brand? We're still trying to figure out what you do, Tiffany. I think I'm going to have to agree with Tisha here. We're still trying to figure out what you do for a living. What brand? And if this is the brand that you got, the brand of really throwing people under the bus, the brand of throwing rocks and hiding your hand, the brand of playing victim, you could keep that brand of Frosted Flakes, baby, because we don't want it. We're not eating it up. So if you don't like somebody, why would you want them to come to see your child? Why would you want them around your child? And I think the fact that Tiffany is not pregnant anymore, she can't hide behind the pregnancy. Oh, and people could just chuck it up as, oh, her being pregnant is pregnancy hormones. You can no longer hide behind that baby. So act up, you could get smacked up. You know, if that's what time you on, that's what time people gonna give you. So you can't just say whatever you want out of your mouth and think nobody gonna check you, because people really gonna check you now that you done dropped that precious baby. People are not playing with you, Tiffany. And I don't know how long Tiffany can go on just saying whatever she wants to say. Like, her and Marsau really grind my gears, because they think they could just say whatever out of their mouth and people are not going to catch on to it. We see you, y'all are not that intelligent. And I feel like you really trying to play people that interact with you in conversations. You really trying to play them for the food. You really trying to play them for stupid. And people check you every time. I'm not going to bring a woman that I feel that strongly about. I'm not going to have her see my kid just to shade her and just to create a scene. And I'm glad Kiki didn't show up. You're not a friend of hers, Tiffany. You do not want to extend her grace. You don't care for this woman. You were looking for a moment. And I just feel like the whole Lou not being around and not helping her, I want to feel bad for Tiffany, because there's a lot of mothers that go through that. I am still going through postpartum, and my kid is 2 years old. A part of me wants to feel really sorry for Tiffany. I feel really sorry for mothers that do go through that and that do feel alone. But a part of me also feels like Tiffany is not genuine in the way she conveys her feelings. It just really doesn't look genuine, and it doesn't look like it's coming from a real, authentic place. I'm not saying that these feelings are not real. I'm just saying that her and her personality, it doesn't come off well enough for me to go, if I was her friend or if I was Stormy, I would extend my fullest arm to helping her. I just don't get that vibe from her. It's not authentic. It's not genuine. It's not coming from a loving place, in my opinion. I'm sure her feelings are valid, and she's valid in those feelings if that is what Lou is doing, but I don't feel like that's coming from, I don't feel like she in general is coming from a nice, healthy place at all. I feel like to the core of her, she has ulterior motives and she just doesn't seem like a good friend. But that's my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but I know too, people play on for the cameras too. So what we could see how people are, they might not really be like that, but a lot of y'all are really like that in real life. Okay, so let's go to the double date from hell. And I say double date from hell. Now, mind you, I love the Fletchers. I love them down. And I keep saying that I am going to, I keep forgetting his name. I'm going to just call him Mr. Fletcher. I keep saying that I'm going to follow him on TikTok. I haven't followed him yet, but I heard he's amazing and super funny and super fun on TikTok. But I say the double date from hell. I say that because of the Scotts. Now let's really get into the whole Espo. I feel like the Espo has been dragging on for years and it has not been years. I feel a part of me might feel like the Scotts view the Fletchers as low-key competition, hence why they weren't up there. I feel like Marsau and Tisha, I feel like definitely Marsau more so than Tisha wants to not only be the smartest person in the room, but I feel like they collectively want to portray to be the best couple in the room, and it's not giving couple. It's not giving couple. It's not giving merge. It's not giving couple. Those are not the vibes that they think that they're giving. It ain't that. It ain't that. So I think a part of that, it was the reason why they weren't invited to speak at the Espo. And for Marsau to take a dig at Nell, I feel like that was a low blow. And I feel like her husband should have really defended her and checked him. They were reading them down. Don't get me wrong, but I don't feel like they were checking him, especially the husband was checking him in a way that he should have. Just like Courtney checked him with the 2 fingers, Marsau needs to be checked. That couldn't fly over here, baby. Take that ass to Huntsville. That could not fly over here. But I just feel like the whole Mel, we didn't invite you because Mel is was a part of it. You know, we had a falling out with Mel. And I feel like that was a crappy response. That was a crappy excuse instead of just being honest with Nell on why you didn't invite her to speak at the Espo. I feel like that was a crappy, nasty excuse because it's like Mel was good enough for you to invite to be on the panel to speak because you needed her audience. You needed her large fan base that extends past Huntsville. Okay? You needed her to speak on the panel because you needed people in them seats. Now, she was good enough for that. She's good enough to do the comeback group. You always feel like you can't do it without Mel. But all of a sudden now it's a problem to invite Nell and the Fletchers to be a part of the Espo because of Mel. Now, which one is it? So you only want to be in Mel's face when and need her when it's convenient for you. It's something about Marsau and his need to want to interact with Mel and speak on Melody's name. It's low-key giving obsession. It's low-key, to me, in my opinion, it's kind of giving, I might have a crush on you. That's what it's kind of giving because it doesn't make sense. Like, the Scotts would not be a business if it wasn't for the Holts. So to really, I don't know about Martell's business, child, but to really come for Mel and you bigging up Stormy's business, but yet you embarrassed her low-key at the Espo asking for $100. So you didn't value her business either. You didn't value her accomplishments either. You didn't look at her business. You even shaded her husband when it came to the business. So you don't value her business or view it as legitimate business. You viewed her as somebody beneath you. When her numbers for her business and your numbers for your business is saying otherwise. Your business ain't really coming up as a business. I'm just saying. So it's just like you look at everybody, Marsau, as somebody that's beneath you. You look at everybody as they're lower than me. They're lower class than me. When the documents show what class you fall under. Yep, the documents do show that. So I just think that that was wrong to really shade Martell and Mel like that. Like, say what you want about their relationship, but together they were a team to be reckoned with. And I would have to agree with Mel, and I'm gonna get on the Nell and Mel sit down at the sip and see. But I just feel like, say what you want about their intimate relationship, they were a force to be reckoned with, and the Scotts wouldn't even be where they are or even have gotten a head start to us. Looking at season after season, they would have not gotten to where they were if it was not for Mel and Martell. And I like that the fact that the Fletchers defended them. They are friends with Martell. Let's not throw that away. They are friends with Martell. So you mean to tell me it's just Mel? You were lying. You were gaslighting the Fletchers. And come on, who don't sell t-shirts to really promote their business? And I love the fact that they drop receipts. The Fletchers and Mel drop receipts. Black sells t-shirts. They've been selling t-shirts. And let's just keep it honest, some of what Tisha does is the same thing as Mel. It's the same thing as Mel. She's copied a lot of what Mel is doing. And let's not act like in the beginning season she wasn't looking up to Mel. So my issue with this sit down wasn't really towards Tisha. It was really towards Marsau and his waist trainer antics, his girdle hip bearing antics. It's really disgusting how he feels like he has to step on people to look better. The walls are crumbling in on him and his get rich quick scheme or his business. The walls are closing in on him, and I feel like he is going into overkill and overdrive to overcompensate for the rumors, whether true or false, outside of the show, to change and change the directory I don't know if I said that word right, of his relationship. He's doing too much. It's team too much. It's team too much, bitch. It's team too much. It's team too much glue on your lace front, Marsau. It's team too much. You acting too much of a woman. These are feminine antics that you're doing. And it's not sitting right with me and my homegirls. And I really love the Fletchers. I would love to have them more on the show and I admire them being open and honest. Like, yeah, we've cheated on each other. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Them being real. And I admire that. I also realize that this is not Tisha's first time asking about cheating rumors. I want to know what that's about. Huh? I really want to know what that is about. If it's coming from, I just want to pick their brain because this is what 20-something years looks like, or it's coming from a place of, help me out in realizing the signs. What are the signs? Or is it coming from, like Nell said, like, girl, we need to talk because your signs that you saw might be the same as the ones I'm seeing. I just want to know where that was coming from. That was a terrible date. That was really a terrible double date. That's why me and my husband don't really go on double dates. That's why me and my husband really don't go on double dates, because the energy that certain couples be on be not the energy and the frequency that you on. Now you sitting there and over your salmon and rice and pilaf rice, having to discuss nonsense with a couple that shouldn't even be together. Let's call a thing a thing. Okay, so now let's go to the sip and see. My first initial reaction is I thought Tiffany got there early. And to know that she was even late and they still wasn't done, baby, I would have pulled a charade and said, what check? What money? Y'all wouldn't have got paid if that was me. I don't understand how this company is presented on TV and y'all blowing up balloons, putting balloons together, putting centerpieces in, and people are coming. We didn't even get to see the baby. Where's the baby? It's supposed to be a sip and see where everybody could gather together to come, and the Nana is sitting down, and you got the balloons and centerpieces in her face. I'm just trying to figure out, baby, I would not have paid them, and I hope Tiffany didn't pay them or gave them a crazy Yelp review, because that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. I'm recording. That doesn't make sense at all. So I like the fact that Nell pulled Mel aside and told her. A lot of people said, oh, Nell is a snitch. She's snitching this, she's snitching that. And my thing is, they are friends. If that was me, I would not have only checked that person, but I would have told my friend. I feel like Nell is a good friend to Mel. I also feel like, wouldn't y'all tell as well? Y'all would tell her what Marsau said. Let's just be real. Marsau was not being a good person. He was talking trash about Mel. Why wouldn't she tell? Anybody on that cast would have told. Let's just keep it real. So I'm glad that Nell told her, and baby, love that for Mel. Mel read Marsau down, baby. And I'm so glad she brought up the lawsuit. Why are you counting Mel's pockets? Why are you counting anybody's pockets? At that, like, why are you counting anybody's pockets? Especially Mel. Let's just keep it real. Why are you doing that? Like, it really doesn't make sense. And she had a point. Why are these men going full out and disrespecting black women? It's disgusting, and it needs to stop. And I hope that Carlos or another man, any man behind the scenes holding the mic, some man comes in and really checks these dudes for constantly feeling the need to get in a woman's face and check a woman. It's disgusting. And the coming attractions for the next episode, I really wanted Mel to just throw that drink in his face. I really wanted Mel to just throw that drink in his face. Somebody check Marsau to where it's like, you can't be talking to women like this. Talk to your wife like that, sadly, unfortunately. But you can't be going around talking to other women like that, or other men, because they will chin check you. So I just feel like I'm so glad she mentioned the lawsuit. When was somebody going to really mention the lawsuit? The lawsuit, when was someone going to mention it? And I'm so glad Mel mentioned it, and I cannot wait for the next episode. I'm hoping to go live every Saturday night to get you guys' point of views after the show. I'm really trying to arrange it. Don't forget to hit the link and go to the website to get 100% natural, baby, and effective hair and skincare products, okay? And don't forget to put in code WINNING for 20% off of all of your purchases. We got papaya body oil, we got hair growth oil for kids and adults, and it is affordable, baby. Okay, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button on for more notifications. Thank you so much. I'm just reaching out to y'all. Bye.